We are 19 days into War 117. I'm starting to think that the Wardens weren't really on strike after all, though they still aren't winning and have lost some territory over the last week, but they are still holding strong. A couple of days ago, the Wardens were finally pushed out of the claustra for the first time this war. I still haven't been able to make it over there this war, but what I've heard from players sending me battle reports is that it's one of the best places to fight all war. GG's to the Wardens and the Colonials who fought over there. I hope you all had a lot of fun, and who knows, maybe the Wardens will be back. Now over on the west, the Colonials were able to take all of the Linn of Mercy. The Colonials have started to move into the moors and Callahan's Passage. I decided I wanted to be a part of the Callahan's Passage attack.
Oh, Robert, love games. I know you. I see your highlight video sometimes.
Nice.
You streaming right now?
Not really. I don't stream now.
Thanks for your work video, YouTube.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Feel free to say hi to me anytime in-game. Take care. I always love hearing if you liked one of my videos, and it really means a lot to me. And I always appreciate people saying it to me. Thank you for your support. Sometimes while waiting for the queue, I'll go hit some salvage in the training area. I really wish this would help in the war effort in some way, to give people waiting in the queue something to do. Like if we could send a percentage of the resources to the backline or something. Or I would love it if we could queue for a frontline and still be in the backline hex doing Logi while we waited for the queue. I really think the devs need to think of something players can do that is useful and helpful while waiting in the queue in home region. What are your thoughts on that? As soon as I spawned into Crumbling Post, our town hall was being hit by Warden artillery. We were in desperate need of basic materials to keep the base alive.
Alright, let's get this thing repaired up. Oh.
Hurry, bring him in, bring him in.
It's only 100. It's even less than 100.
None of the storage depots close to us had B-mats. Sometimes random bunkers will have 3,000 or 4,000 B-mats in them. I ended up taking some B-mats from bunkers and other hexes to see if it would help us stay alive. As I've mentioned in other videos, I don't recommend doing this unless it's an emergency.
I hope that's B-mat.
While going to get more B-mats, I was attacked by a partisan. If you are ever doing any partisan work, I would recommend never leaving the scene until you've blown up their truck or taken out the driver. Because this partisan just left without killing me or blowing up my truck, I was able to repair my truck and continue on my way to get B-mats. While I was repairing, another partisan tried to take me out. My strategy here was to dance around the Logi truck, making them waste ammo until they had to reload. I got lucky and I was able to take them out with just my pistol. This partisan should have damaged my truck more as well. Finally got some more B-mats from a base that was in the Linn of Mercy, and went back to try and save the Crumbling Post. While I was traveling back, I saw that we had lost it. I remembered that we had a CV near the town hall though. I wanted to try and make a hero move and try to use that CV to save the town hall. Protect me, go protect me, go to the front, go to the front. On the other side of this, other side. Get that, there's a warden right there, get him. Guys. Go on the other side of this building, get that warden right there. Honestly, it was a pretty dumb move, but I had to try it. Luckily though, I was able to save the truck with the rest of the B-mats and head back to our bunker base. I focused on building up our defenses in case the Warden sent a counterattack to push us out of the hex. A couple of days ago, we had new tanks teched like the Spatha and the Scorpion. Around day 15 in Foxhole Wars is when we normally see a big spike of tanks on the battlefield. We had a lot of armor on this front and we had a lot of infantry as well. The only problem was our logistics. Our supplies were low in all storage depots near us, and our Logi was spread so thin throughout this entire battle. During the night, we kept the pressure on the Wardens around Crumbling Post. Though we had lost the town hall, we were not going to let them build any sort of defenses in that area.
Oh, fuck.
top-notch gentleman.
Woo, just getting rough here.
Back at our forward bunker, a few of us continued to build up defenses as much as we could. We wanted to be ready to hold our ground and stay in the hex. As the sun came up, the battlefield came alive with waves of Colonial infantry and tanks charging towards Crumbling Post. We were determined to push the advancing Wardens back.
I found 762.
Okay, get
And
out
I
of
also
here.
found a shovel.
Medic.
I found a shovel to help my brother.
Trying to avoid the shrapnel.
We were holding the Wardens back so well in Crumbling Post that we had started to build a second bunker base, so that our troops could spawn a little closer to the action. Our tanks clashed against the Warden infantry in the small choke point. Whenever one of our tanks was destroyed, another would immediately roll into its place, keeping the pressure up on the Wardens.
No!
You green bastard!
Medic!
Kill the Lysak, kill the Lysak.
We kept fighting around the town hall, trying to reclaim it.
Robert, I have a rocket launcher. I found it.
Just like the last battle in Rot Dust, this front had some really good frontline builders on it. I don't know who's been teaching these new Colonial players how to build, but keep it up.
Downvote the shirt's map icon.
I thought we were free from the Warden military, but after a couple hours they had found our forward bunker. We need to make sure this stayed alive as it was our only supplied bunker in the Hex. If we lost this, we would be forced back into the Linn of Mercy. We had a lot of players fighting on the front, keeping the Wardens out of the Crumbling Post, so it was up to a few of us to keep the bunker base alive. Once the shelling stopped, I decided I wanted to join the front. I made my way down the road to see what I could help with.
Warden close to the CV.
We were eventually able to rebuild the town hall in Crumbling Post. Make sure you loot all the bodies around a newly built town hall. Put everything into the town hall because you need all the supplies that you can get when it's first built. It's sort of like the front line of frontline logistics at the most micro scale. I've heard people call it being a loot goblin, but let's just call it micro logistics to make it sound cooler. The terrain for this battle was a challenge. The main battle happened in this choke point between Crumbling Post and Crumbling Passage, and it had 3 pathways that we fought down. To the north, there was one really small choke point where mainly infantry fought. The middle part was the road, which is where the tanks mainly fought. And finally, this third route was between 2 large rocks, which was a medium-sized choke point where there was a mix between tanks and infantry fighting. Luckily for us, the Warden artillery had stopped. Unfortunately, we didn't have any artillery of our own, so breaking into Crumbling Passage was going to be difficult.
Should be good to just stay here for a second.
Thank you.
Gonna fire on that full box.
Medic!
Hold here.
Videos, Robert.
It's important that you clear the artillery holes near your town hall so that Logi can get in easier. The Wardens didn't have a lot of tanks on their side, but it was hard for us to push into these small choke points with all of our tanks. Even though we had more tanks than them, we couldn't get close enough to start chipping away at their base. There were lots of machine guns mowing us down and lots of anti-tank infantry keeping our tanks back.
Блять. Как? Сука, снайпер ёбаный.
On the north side, the Warden infantry held the high ground, firing down on us as we tried to advance forward. This elevated position gave the Wardens a huge advantage and made it very difficult for us to gain any ground.
Who needs gas mask?
Day after day, we tried to push through the small choke points.
Hey, medic.
Oh.
Thank you.
Then I'm looking at medic. Medic.
The continuous flow of replacement tanks on the Colonial side made the battle feel endless, with the armored line never breaking despite the losses. This was truly a battle for inches. We continued to hold our ground whenever the Warden force started to push us towards our town hall.
Thanks for the comment. You wanna be... I have 2 tanks, a Bardiche and a Falcon back there at the border base. You wanna be
Yeah,
more...
unfortunately I don't have time right now, but another time, okay? Thank you.
Okay, no problem,
I
no problem.
appreciate it. It was really nice of this person to invite me to join their tank crew. Remember, if you want to do some tanking, there are always nice people like this around that need members for their tanks. And I also feel like I constantly have people in my Discord asking others if they want to come tanking with them. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to join this person, but make sure you join them when you can.
Yeah, I don't have any crew. That's why I'm asking around.
Yeah, just ask in region chat, in the blue chat, and somebody might join you.
Okay, thanks.
I can join you if you want.
Okay, I've got a...
As daytime came, we continued to hold the Wardens back from taking the town hall. The Wardens slowly started adding more tanks to their frontline assault, and they were starting to push us back once again.
Get ready to run back, run back. Oh no! Medic! Somebody pick me up and take me back.
Oh, hold on.
If you know there are enemy soldiers hiding around the corners with anti-tank equipment, make sure you rush them as soon as you can. As infantry, one of your main goals should be to protect your tanks, even if it means jumping in front of an RPG round. We kept bringing in more tanks, but we kept getting pushed back.
Da sind Leute, die wollen was spawnen.
Wo? Kannst du dran schießen?
Ja, ich treffe dich schon. Geh nicht weiter vorne, da sind 2 Panzer. Ein Outlaw und...
We even brought in a few Stygian bolts that shoot 94.5mm rounds. We had a ton of heavy firepower on this front. The Wardens wouldn't be pushing us out of this choke point anytime soon.
ATP on the left, yeah. Destroy the pillbox. Destroy the pillbox. Hit the pillbox. Oh, finally, thank you. Got it. Reloading.
Someone go get on the push gun. 2 people need to get on the push gun.
Ja, wir können ja auch den Bardiche nehmen.
Oh hey Robert, keep up the good videos. You got me back in the lodging.
Ah, that's awesome. That's good to hear. I'll do my best.
No worries. Ah, have a good game. This is a cool front.
Yeah, it is.
Well, it's interesting, but it doesn't move much.
And the choke points are brutal.
Push guy.
Yeah, I was just about to shoot them too.
We attempted to clear any damaged trenches to help our tanks move around a bit easier. Again, as infantry players, you should be finding as many ways to support your tank line as you can. One of my favorite things to do for tanks is wrench mines. Alright, we need some repairs.
Repairs at 46%, boys. We need help.
30,
Repairs at 38%. 27. 18, 10.
Out.
Oh, we're gonna lose. I'm out. Oh, shit!
After a few hours had passed, the Warden artillery came back online and destroyed our town hall once again. It was hard to lose the town hall again to artillery, but as they say in Foxhole, artillery is king. If we could have coordinated some artillery of our own earlier, I think we could have had a better push into Crumbling Passage. Unfortunately, the Wardens had a strong counterattack after we lost Crumbling Post and we were pushed out of the Hex and back to the Linn of Mercy. It was a really fun fight though. GG's to the Wardens and the Colonials that fought in this battle. This war is looking like it actually might turn into a decently long war. Wardens still have a long way to go though if they want to push the Colonials back. I would suspect that the next war, War 118, will be a break war for a lot of the Colonial players until the major update comes out. Wars before major updates are normally a little bit slower and one-sided. Speaking of major updates, what are you all hoping the devs show us for the major update that's coming up soon? What changes or additions to the game do you want to see? Let me know in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching and for your support. Make sure to subscribe for more Foxhole content. I'll see you out on the battlefield. Cheers.